Right. Oh. Right. Morning. I hope you like my hat. I don't normally wear it in the house, but I thought seeing me like sitting there in the same dressing gown every day might get a bit dull, so I thought I'd put a hat. I also will start wearing clothes. It's just that I'm doing these in the morning and I'm trying not to think about them too much. I'm trying not to analyse them. I'm not rewatching them over and over again. I'm just trying to do them without thinking. And I've always, in my old videos, I was always trying to say to people, try not to think too much. So today, I want to talk about keeping going. So I suffer from SAD, seasonal affective disorder. And what that basically means is that I get really, really down during the winter months. You wake up in the dark, you go to sleep in the dark, you get home from work in the dark, you very rarely see daylight, and even when it is light, it's grey like today. And I get low, and this week, on Monday, was what they call Blue Monday, which is the day that has the highest rate of suicide. I know that's a depressing topic, so I'm sorry to say it, and I hope that doesn't trigger anything, but I'm here to put a positive spin on Blue Monday, or at least have a coping mechanism to keep going. So the title of this one will be Keep Going. So firstly, what I want to say is that Blue Monday and depression, and even if you haven't got seasonal affective disorder, the dark nights and life can drag you down, but it drags everybody down. But most people put on a brave face. You remember yesterday we were talking about lying to yourself or owning the truth. And I think a lot of people try to portray that everything's fine. And part of me thinks that that's actually compounds the feeling like shit. So by pretending that you're fine is actually harder work than just admitting that things aren't necessarily the best. Now, I've just got off the phone to my folks. They're lovely people. I don't want them to know that I'm feeling a bit down. And I'm not really feeling that down, but see already I'm trying to justify feeling down. Why do I have to pretend that I'm not feeling down when I am a little bit today? And I think it's because we're in a society now, or we're in a community that has technology, and you can share, and this thing now will go onto the internet and probably exist for a long time, even after I've forgotten it existed, even after you've watched it a long time. And you kind of don't want to look back on these memories or things and let other people think that you were feeling down, because we're constantly comparing ourselves to others. Yet I believe everybody feels down, unless you're on some serious drugs. And if you've got any, let me know. Unless you're on serious drugs, I feel that most people are down at some point. Now, some to a greater degree than others, and some let that depression or feeling down, feeling blue, consume them. And I'm here to say that you don't have to let it consume you. But part of that is admitting that you're down, admitting that things aren't right, and almost giving yourself a chance to relax. So Jim Carrey, I believe it was Jim Carrey that said that deep depression is deep rest. If you think depressed, deep rest. Your body needs to deep rest. But he was saying, because he's a famous actor and he's putting on a show, that he's acting himself as Jim Carrey, and you might, or we are all portraying ourselves. So to my folks, I'm their son, and I'm Adam, and I'm up, and I'm always lively and happy and always creating and doing things. But there is part of me that just wants to relax and flop and sleep and not be Adam or AJ1 or whoever people think I am. And that should be fine, but we're in a society that doesn't want to hear that you don't want to hear that someone's feeling down. You don't want to hear that someone's feeling blue. I don't know why I'm doing this with my hand. But it's okay to be down. It's okay to feel like shit. It's okay to be blue. And it's okay to, and you don't have to, one, consume things that make you happy and put a positive spin on it. And two, you've also got to be careful when you're consuming things that are positive and looking at people that are being positive all the time to think, are they really feeling that, or is that they're just really good at putting on the show? And social media puts that on even further. So this morning I was thinking, I ought to put some clothes on today. As in not being my dressing gown. But then I thought, I'm in my dressing gown every morning. That's it. I get dressed about 10 o'clock. I work from home. I usually have my first meeting at 10. I'm usually dressed by 10 a.m. I promise you I'm not living in a dressing gown all day. But even if I was, that's fine. That's my life. And your life is your life. If you sit in your pyjamas all day doing your work or that's yours. I don't judge you. You might be a lot happier or you might not be. But if you're doing something that's pretense, so again, go back to the truth. If you're doing something that's not true, then that's harder work than just putting a silly hat on and sitting down and just talking, which is what I'm doing with this channel. I hope you've noticed. So you don't have to feel great every day. And the other thing is, the grass isn't always greener. So you might look at someone and think they've got a perfect life. They probably have just the same types of worries and concerns, just different to yours. So careful what you wish for. I'm coming out with all the catchphrases and the what do they call them? I'll put the word up here in a minute. Anecdote. No. Oh, I can't remember. And I guess today's message, and not that I'm going to be giving you a message every day. I'm just going to be talking about things that I've been thinking about. Is to keep going. It's to breathe, listen. You don't have to pretend. If the people love you, then you don't have to pretend to be something else. If the people around you need you to pretend, then they're not really loving you. They're actually you're fulfilling a part in a play for them. And that's not necessarily right. And if you think about that in terms of your relationships, like you can go to places and it's a toxic relationship, or you can go to places where you're expected to perform. And sometimes you're performing for yourself because you want to feel good and you want to feel the centre of attention, or you want to make people laugh. But sometimes you're performing because you feel that you need to. And I'm here to say that you don't have to, and you possibly should do that less. Now, I'm always saying, stick to societal norms. Wear clothes. In this day and age, you have to wear clothes. Be clean. Wash. Shave if you need to, whether you're a man or a woman. But don't perform for someone else or something else, because if you're performing too much, as Jim Carrey said, you'll feel depressed because your soul and your true self will need that deep rest. Keep going. Take each day at a time during the winter. Do small things. Treat yourself well. Eat the things that you like. Watch the crap telly that you like. Or, I don't encourage scrolling, but if scrolling is your comfort, then scroll. But just be sure that you're doing this for yourself and not for other people. And that's big to say, because we all do things for other people, unless we're hermits and live on our own in the dressing gown and a silly hat. We're all doing things for other people. So just be careful how much of yourself you're losing and how much of your authentic self you want to bring to the table. I'd really like to grow this channel. I like to talk to you. And it would be nice if you would consider liking and subscribing and clicking the bell button, because what that does is it brings up the latest videos. Also, leave in the comments if you feel that this has helped, if you think that you might be pretending for someone else and not your true self. And also, if you know someone that might be, and leave help. Let's make a community. Leave help for other people who are doing that. I'm always looking for tips. So yeah, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.